What's going on, Diablo 4 fans? Ascending here. Today I'm going to be bringing you a quick version of my build, basically just going over my skills, gear, and Paragon points. I am going to be releasing a more detailed version either later today or tomorrow as well. So just jumping right into it. For my helmet, it's pretty much fully defensive. I get some max essence so I can cast my main damage ability more. Chest piece also fully defensive, allowing me to survive longer for those higher nightmare dungeons. Gloves are very offensive. I would like 4 to sever instead of +3, but it is what it is for now. Other stats are really good. Leg piece or leg plate, whatever, pants are very defensive as well. For my boots, having the +3 to max evade charges is very important for avoiding CC and things like that. And so here's my kind of life leech weapon. This is for AoE clearing, and honestly I use this for the most part. Then I have a swap as well for bosses if I need it, where I get a lot more crit strike damage, or critical strike damage. I also have a swap for my pants, Temerity, if I want to roll that for having a barrier. So here, big thing is my aspect, definitely take note of that, and then having move speed and plus corpse skills on my amulet. Fully offensive ring right now. I found one from a vendor that I'm probably going to use when I re-roll it and get a, like the stat that I actually want, because I haven't gotten the stat from re-rolling yet. And then for this ring, it's buffing my minions to make them do pretty much huge damage, because from my Paragon board, it increases my minions damage, and it actually applies to that ring. So it says that they'll hit for an extra 14,000. They can actually crit from just that ring for like 200, 300,000 at times, so it's pretty cool. Just going over my stats here. If you want to pause and like look at that, go ahead. Alright, so quickly going through my skills. I went with Reap, basically mainly so I can just create a corpse with ease every 5 seconds when I hit someone. That's really good for setting up corpse tendrils for bosses and elite packs. Imperfectly balanced, more damage. Spent the 1 point to get to that. And the bread and butter being Sever. Every 4th cast makes them vulnerable. Buffing up the minion life and health, making them more tanky is important. Being able to consume a corpse and get essence is huge. That's how I generate most of my essence after spamming Sever. For Corpse Explosion, I went with the AoE damage over time, and that's good for stacking some of my debuffs that I have. Fortifying is very important for later on in the game, gives you more defense, and Corpse Tendrils making enemies vulnerable is very good for the setup that I have right now from the aspect for my amulet. Move speed is huge. Being able to stun an enemy is good. It's more crowd control. It's both offensive and defensive. Gloom, just kind of floated 1 point into there. And Terror, more damage to someone who is crowd controlled, or an enemy that's crowd controlled. So these here, these 2 passives are to make my minions more tanky, essentially. And I just put 1 floater point into there to give me and my minions a bit more attack speed. And I went with the Bone Storm ultimate. It gives you damage reduction and crit strike chance while it's up. I think it's the best ultimate right now in the game. And Shadow Blight for the passive, so that's where the AoE dot really shines. Now for my minions, my Skeletal Warriors being able to create corpses themselves is really good, both for damage and for generating essence. My mages, their auto attacks also generate more essence, so I can spam my main damage ability more. And for my helmet, there's an aspect that I have that allows them to cast Blizzard every 10 seconds, so it's spreading CC, which is great. And I sacrificed my golem, and I got 30% increased critical strike damage. For the Paragon board, the first board I got all the rare nodes. They're really strong nodes in my opinion. Then I put the Essence glyph socket, or glyph rather, into the socket. For my second board, I went with Cult Leader. I got every rare node in here because I wanted my minions to survive better. And I put the Dead Razor glyph into this board to kind of further that. For the third board, I went with Flesh Eater. It's actually huge damage whenever you do get that buff. And I got most of the rare nodes here, but not all of them. And for the glyph, I got Control here. So again, it's just more damage when I set up with my Corpse Tendrils, and also I'm doing more damage to any enemies that are chilled or frozen. And then for the last board, Scent of Death, and this is the one that I'm currently working to kind of fill out. So thank you guys for watching this. This is a very short version of this. I kind of I recorded a video yesterday and it's about 35 minutes long, so wanted to kind of put this out first and give a really quick version of it, but I am going to be releasing a more comprehensive build video either later today or tomorrow. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.